hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. The games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic, and it's Murray in at the point. Puts up a deep 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. It's Porter outside. Denver gets it back. Second chance shot. Jokic, no good.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they wanted taken.
LaVine for 3. It's good from long range. LaVine's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Kings.
And a nice, smooth stroke. When LaVine feels that rhythm, he's a knockdown jump shooter. And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's DeRozan. Jacks up a 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound. The amazing Nikola Jokic, Stan. How fun is this guy for us to watch every time we do a game?
Yeah, he's such an interesting guy, Kevin. He's got so many skills, and he's led the league in touches, but he's near the bottom in how long the ball sticks in his hand. Constantly making quick decisions and passes. This guy is really like watching the best we've ever seen.
I would agree. And what a quality to know where to go with the ball when the pressure arrives. And here are the Kings now. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. And it's Murray with the jam.
Oh, powering that one down. Murray saw a chance to go for it and took it.
To the middle. He's looking for Ellis and finds him. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, the Kings head coach gave me a few minutes. Now, I asked him if he has any plan for dealing with the multi-time MVP, Nikola Jokic. He said it's all about balance. If you defend Jokic too aggressively, he'll just kick it out to other guys too softly, and he'll kill you inside. So balance is the key. Sounds like a tough balancing act to pull off, guys.
Thank you, David.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Floats it up for Murray. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And this is why you lob passes Murray's way, because he is so good at catching and finishing.
Kings leading now by 10. Back to DeRozan. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Pass to Sabonis. Jokic with the steal. Here's Brown. Kicks it out to Gordon. There's Porter with the 3. Porter can't get that one to fall. And the Kings with possession. Some momentum with a 15-2 run underway. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
And here's DeRozan. After Michael Porter made the last three-pointer. Shot on the wing. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Murray. DeRozan's got 5 now.
Oh, great pass from Murray. I like whenever he looks to get his guys involved.
From deep, Jokic. And again, Denver with the triple.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Murray, the pass to LaVine. Takes the 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And a wide open look for Porter. And again, Denver with the triple.
just sensational form and touch on display from Porter. When he gets any room to shoot from deep, he's looking to fire.
For three, Levine. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 8 rebounds in this game. Puts up a deep three. A shot, no good.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. The Kings on top, up by 3. Live from Golden One Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And they've also been feeling it from beyond the arc. Good start for them so far.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, Aiden Watson is out there with Saric. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Strother in at the 2-guard spot. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Kings. They've led by as much as 10. The shot by Monk is no good. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Pass to Saric. Porter in the corner. Here's Strother. Back to Saric. Here's Strother. Covered by Lyons. Clock at 4. Porter outside. It's hauled in by Lyles. Sacramento's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And that one's good. LaRavia's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that only scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, my potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say with what I had, I gave it my all, that's all that success should be defined by. Kevin, he grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, D.A. He is a worker and living the dream. The Nuggets trail, and here's the fast break. Watson leading the way. That gives them the lead. Watson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Westbrook against Carter. Fires the 3. Nailed from three-point land.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back-and-forth moments.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
It's deflected. Westbrook with the steal. Floats it up for Saric. It's stolen by Lyles. 1:49 left to play here in the half. And the turnover again by Sacramento.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Denver in the lead. And looking back, Coach, how great was it to see the Nuggets win their first title back in 2023?
One of the great NBA stories, Kevin. It was huge. It was a moment years in the making. That championship meant so much to the city of Denver and its fans.
DeRozan, that's good.
Getting aggressive inside. DeRozan refuses to waste that opportunity.
And another miss by Denver.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Nuggets have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Murray, no good. And for Sacramento, their shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. The deep 3 from Levine. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Porter outside. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Jokic has got his 4th assist in this one.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Jokic way outside. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Jokic with the steal. From deep three-point land, Jokic stretching the floor as much as possible.
And you didn't used to see centers pull up like that. Jokic has made it a strength of his game.
Hits the three-point bomb. Monk's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And here's Jokic outside. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nuggets lead by 3. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Michael Porter.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Zach LaVine is out there with Ellis. And it's Sabonis in at the center. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. That one doesn't drop.
Oh, and that would have been a spectacular alley-oop. Really difficult to get the timing right on those long ones.
Denver leading by 5. Murray surveying the D. Denver keeping it going. A new 14-second clock with the fadeaway. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Sabonis has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Last season, Stan, Jokic passed LeBron's all-time triple-double mark. And he did it stunningly in 813 fewer games.
Yeah, now it's really possible, Kevin, that he's going to end up at the top of that triple-double list by the time his career's over. He's got the Big O and Westbrook in his sights. You know, don't sell this guy short. He can do it almost any night.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Brown's got the lead up to 7 now for Denver.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
For 3, Murray. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got 13 rebounds in the game. Seated. LaVine, good.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
They get it back. Porter kicks to Jokic. A 3 ball. Outside for Murray. Tries yet again. Driving to the basket. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Porter, no luck. And Zoelis will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings for the lead. DeRozan's shot is off.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
LaVine's shot is off. Pass to Brown. Pulls up from the corner. 2 points. That one goes. Brown's got 4 points this quarter.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive. And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the Denver Nuggets, led by multi-time MVP Nikola Jokic. And they've done a tremendous job surrounding him with the right kind of people.
They certainly have, Kevin. But one caveat here. You can surround Nikola Jokic with any player, Kevin. and he will figure out their strengths and get them the ball where they need to have it. This guy makes everyone better.
So you think we're not giving enough attention maybe to what he thinks upstairs, how he sees the game?
He sees the game, Kevin, as well as anyone who's ever played it, and he directs traffic out there. He is a true point center.
A nice shot by Brown.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket for Murray.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter, knows where to park himself, and always ready to receive the pass.
Pass to Brown. Launches it from deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Brown's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Nuggets. From deep three-point land. Another three for Sacramento.
I mean, he hit that shot from the next town over. Kev, what a shot.
Brown's shot is off. And for Sacramento, they're shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. Murray, no good. Denver leading by 8. Here's Jokic. Offensive rebound. Gordon kicks to Jokic and stolen by Murray. Levine way outside. It's hauled in by Jokic. Here's Brown. Got it! Oh, what a hit!
That is such a tough shot.
That's a miracle.
And so it's Denver holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with it. They've got Šarić, Murray out there with Russell Westbrook. Then there's Peyton Watson. And it's Brown in at the three. Back to Monk. Fires from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc.
How about the quickness of that release by Monk? An experienced catch-and-shoot player who feels comfortable firing from deep.
And Westbrook is right there. And the Nuggets lead by 11.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Levine kicks to Lyles. Another three for Sacramento.
And Levine knows how to use the spacing on the floor to his advantage, whether it's attacking the basket himself or setting up a teammate.
Brown the pass to Šarić. Fires for three. Monk grabs the board. The Kings have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Denver leading by 8. Left side, Šarić. And Ellis with the block. Here's Valanciunas from outside off the mark. For Denver, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Yeah, really unlike him to have this kind of game come through.
Murray from deep three-point territory. Rebounded by Valanciunas. The Kings trail by 11. Monk for three. Bangs on the trifecta.
And you gotta love that three-point stroke of Monk. I mean, he's got such a high arcing shot there. It gives it a good chance to go in from deep.
Sacramento's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. The Nuggets leading by 8. Pass to Brown. Lets the three fly. Sinks the three-pointer. Brown's got 21.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Ballinger's on the double team. Pulls it from 20. The shot by Sharch, no good.
Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
To the left side wing. Westbrook kicks to Murray. Pass to Watson to the wing right side. Here's Brown. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. Brown's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nuggets. Levine inside the three-point line. Gets a very good look and converts.
A rapid-fire release by Levine on that one.
Sharch outside. Watson inside. He's guarded by Ellis. Pass to Murray. From deep. It's hauled in by Lyle. For Sacramento, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Nuggets.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. For 3, Levine. Denver grabs the miss. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. All right, David, thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
A Saturday afternoon. Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Conley and Ant are the one of the two. Julius Randle out there with Jaden McDaniels. And it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Sacramento, DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then it's Domantas Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Ellis in at point guard. A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
LaVine way outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. For 3, Conley. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. And it's the Kings ball. It's a three-point game. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
And such a strong part of what Sabonis brings to the game. Quality passing.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Sacramento's head coach. I asked him how Rudy Gobert alters their usual game plan. Coach acknowledged that he's a factor and said Rudy definitely demands more from us offensively. We have to be careful where we put our shooters with him waiting for swats. Coach thinks intelligent offense is what it takes to beat Gobert. Back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
And what a dunk by LaVine, looking to punish the defense.
And Brent, the Kings have the pieces to compete and finally creating some stability.
Yeah, after that 16-year playoff absence, just being a factor in the West has Sacramento and their fans really, really exciting. Again, the pieces are there. Will they push it this year to get back in the mix?
And so here's Sacramento following the score by Minnesota.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
This one for 3. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Sabonis. Conley looking for an opening. From outside, off the mark.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
LaVine. Edwards pulls it in.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Randle against LaVine. It's McDaniels on the wing. Outside Edwards. Clock at 6. Takes it inside.
Oh, man.
Oh!
Oh, my. Edwards looking to demoralize the defense a little with that one.
Randle inside. He's against Murray. And Edwards slams it in.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now.
Nice ball movement. Good job by Murray to recognize the situation and create the wide open look.
On target from range.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Ellis. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And here's Gobert. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They lead by 7. Puts up a 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Here's LaVine for 3. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
And with how well LaVine attacks the bucket, defensively, you almost have to give him space to shoot threes.
When we talk about the top players in the league, Brent, Domantas Sabonis can get overlooked.
You wonder if the record was a little bit better last year for the Kings, where he might have finished in the MVP voting, because this guy led the league in rebounding, and he put up 8 assists per game. So top 10 in MVP, that could have moved up a little bit with a winning record. He is a legitimate star at his position.
Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Sacramento. Monk comes in for Ellis. The shot by Conley, no good. Kings trail by 4. Here's Monk. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And some changes here for the Kings. Sabonis, he's checked in for Valanciunas. Lyles comes in for Murray. And it's Carter in for DeMar DeRozan. Randle inside. Lyles on him. Randle can't hit.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And it's Monk missing. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 13 so far in this one. Reed sets a screen. Outside, Alexander Walker. DiVincenzo against Carter. And he lobs it up. Cuts off the pass. Now the Kings in transition. Here's Levine for 3. Reed with the rebound. DiVincenzo against Sabonis. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's on Zach Levine. Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the contest. Here's Carter. Tries it from 16. Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. The T-Wolves. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
Well, they found their offensive openings in the mid-range, and they continue to find ways to open up those jump shot opportunities. Can you say terrific athlete? Edwards just enjoys getting deep positioning and rising up for the slam.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Pass to Minot. The 3-ball. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got 5 rebounds tonight. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Ellis is checked in for Carter. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Garza's checked in for Minot. Kings trail by 3. Outside Monk. Pass to LaRavia. Lets the 3 fly. Minnesota with a rebound. Now Edwards. 11 points in the game. To the inside. Stolen. And pushing it up. Here's Sacramento.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Outside, DiVincenzo. Garza passes to Edwards. Here's Garza. Outside, Alexander Walker fires from deep. Rebound by the Kings. Sabonis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Monk for 3. Knocks down the triple. Monk's got 9.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Alexander Walker, the pass to Edwards. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
DeMar DeRozan's checked in for Sacramento. Zach Levine comes in for LaRavia. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Garza. Julius Randle comes in for Reed. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. Here's Edwards. Getting it done inside. Edwards. Well, Brent, we hear the term empty stats ever so often. What are your thoughts about that phrase?
BA, when you play such a long season, there are going to be nights where the game is not all that competitive. But we also know that throughout the course of long seasons, there are teams that are not going to be competitive. Still, those guys going out there on a nightly basis and putting up their numbers, getting those reps in, it means they're capable.
Randall, 4 on the clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 5 points in the game.
Yeah, Randall's not passing that one up. Fantastic job at converting when he's got the kind of position like that.
He gets it in there.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Pass to McDaniels. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Monk for three. Connects from downtown. And it's a 3-point Sacramento lead. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Kings?
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy from everybody, and they put that into their transition play, and all that hustle is paying off.
They're just what they needed from Gobert, grabbing the rebound with those long arms and sending it back.
Outside Levine. Another three for Sacramento.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Outside Edwards. Rebound by Sacramento. Here's Levine. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's McDaniels off the drive. Monk grabs the miss. And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Here's Levine for 3. And Conley grabs the miss. Timberwolves trail by 4.
The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Yeah, what energy from Edwards on the drive. Pushing his way inside and straight to the cup.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle. That's his first foul of the game.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Now here's Levine. It's blocked by Gobert. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. The Kings on top. They lead by 2. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot. They get it back. And so Conley will bring it up for the T-Wolves. Trailing by 4. And it's Randle that time on the assist by Conley. Conley's got his 4th assist in this one. Sacramento has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. And you look at the Kings, Brett. They've had several name changes over the years of their franchise.
Yeah, before becoming the Sacramento Kings, they were the Rochester Royals, and then the Cincinnati Royals, and then the Kansas City Kings, and then all of a sudden, let's get to the West Coast, and here comes the state capital of Sacramento. It's not really affected the winning, though, has it been?
Battles for the finish. Zach LaVine.
Proving once again, Levine is not all dunks and threes.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, one nickname you hear for DeMar DeRozan is the lone mid-ranger. He said you can operate freely in the mid-range. It's like an ocean out there. If you're smart, you can take advantage of the space and pick teams apart. Brian?
He's an expert tactician working in between. Thanks, Allie. Edwards against Levine. Kicks it to DeRozan. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Edwards on the move. Pass to Gobert. Outside McDaniels. Randle outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For the lead. Yep, that one goes. Randle's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, Randall does a good job. His frame alone helps to create some space. Just with a little pivot there, able to find a way to score.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniels. Both free throws good from Levine.
You know, Zach LaVine is so energetic out there on the floor. You gotta love a guy who consistently plays at a very high effort level like that.
Blocked! Pass to DeRozan. Back to Levine. And another miss by Sacramento.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there. Randall getting up there, explosive vertically on that play with great timing.
And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
Edwards against Murray. Outside Conley.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
It's Edwards on the wing. 17 points in the game. Doesn't go there. 8 for 12. The Kings trailing. And there's the foul. It's on Zach LaVine. That's his third foul so far.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
The Kings making a switch here. Monk's checked in. Outside Conley. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by LaVine. The Kings have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Monk passes to LaVine. Back to Monk. Sabonis with a screen on Conley. Sabonis left side. Chalk up 2 there.
And this is where Sabonis can play tricks. He's got every move at his disposal.
Outside Conley. And he's going for the oop here. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. Monk for 3. And count it. Now 5 for 7. And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for the Kings.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. And these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
Alexander Walker with it. And Sabonis picks him up defensively. LaVine with a steal. Now the Kings in transition. Oh, and the jam by LaVine.
I love it. Doing it at both ends of the floor. LaVine's athleticism and anticipation is simply off the charts.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Man, good whistle there.
Minnesota shooting their second and third free throws tonight. The first one falls. And Sacramento with some changes. Lyles, he's checked in for Murray. Laravia comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Ellis subbed in for LaVine. Here's Monk on the take. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Out to DiVincenzo. Three-pointer. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Zach LaVine, he's been the guy. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Timberwolves trail by 4. Zach LaVine out there with Trey Lyles. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Malik Monk, and it's Ellis in at the 1. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Here's Clark. The kick out to Ingles. Inside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Reed. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. The Kings lead by 4. Here's LaVine. They get the rebound. On the wing, LaVine for 3. And the whistle blows. And it's going to be over the back here.
At least the over-the-back call comes from playing hard. But you'd like to see him get better position.
Yeah, he'd like to have that one back. I think there was an angle to get to that ball, but a bit reckless on that play.
Miller's checked in for Minnesota. And Edwards slams it in.
And the offensive firepower Edwards is capable of is special. I mean, we are seeing it on full display right now.
Outside for Levine. Here's Ellis. DiVincenzo covering. Left side, Edwards. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And it's Monk missing.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Here's DiVincenzo. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
There's another level to DiVincenzo's game, and it starts to happen when he attacks like that.
Murray's checked in for Sacramento. Mike Conley's checked in for the Timberwolves. And he lobs it up to the rim. A slam dunk by Reed. Neither team able to build a lead and sustain it.
After 6 lead changes, it feels like it could come down to one big play.
Levine with it. He's picked up by Conley. Oh, Levine in the paint.
Yeah, this is an unbelievable performance from Levine. His offensive skill set is amazing.
Edwards against Levine. Edwards, no good. The Kings have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. And Levine with the basket on the assist from Valanciunas. And now a 3-point Kings lead. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Edwards. Zach LaVine clears it away.
Yeah, tried to show off just a little bit there, but ultimately didn't work out. You know, he's going to get a few stares from his coaching staff and probably his teammates in the next huddle.
Domantas Sabonis, he's checked in for the Kings. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Monk. Edwards looking for an opening. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. That shot wide open. Randall's got 11 points here in the 2nd half.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
DeRozan finds Sabonis. Here's Levine for 3. That one falls. Nice feed from Sabonis. Sabonis has got his 4th assist in this one. Outside Conley. And he drives in. Soft touch off the glass.
A savvy playmaker with a great handle. Conley runs such a smooth pick and roll.
And the dunk by Levine.
You have to applaud Levine's work ethic. He gives his all to find points for his team.
And out of bounds, Sacramento will have it.
And the score being this close, you have to retain possession of the ball. You just can't give it away like that.
Sacramento leading by 3. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the 4th. That shot off the mark.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
For 3, Randall. Here's Gobert. Oh, DeRozan with the block. The deep 3 from Murray. 3-pointer off the mark. DeRozan passes to Ellis. Here's Levine for 3. And Conley grabs the miss. Timberwolves trail by 3. Outside Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Randall outside. 6 on the shot clock. Down low. Levine with a steal. And here's Murray. Takes a 3. Murray! Good from way out.
Oh, responding to late game pressure. Murray making it happen.
Conley passes to Randall. It's McDaniels on the wing. Outside Edwards. tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. And it's Murray with the ball for the Kings. From the arc. And Conley grabs the miss. Lets it go from deep. Oh, the trifecta! And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
And so the ball out of bounds. DeRozan tucks it last. And Chris Finch has called timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
They need to find a three fast. A zero hesitation look. Tough, but not impossible.
So a close game sees Sacramento taking this one. What a performance. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps
matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Julius Randle is out there with Gobert, and it's Conley in at the point guard.
Gobert plays as tough at the rim offensively as anybody in the league.
The drive by Jokic. Nice move. And Jokic throws it down.
Hitting the afterburners to get the easy slam.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Timberwolves. Here's Edwards driving to the basket. And Edwards with the stuff.
On the front foot, attacking the defense. This is Anthony Edwards at his best.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Pass to Brown. Jokic with the screen on Edwards. Shot clock at 5 for the 3. And it's Jokic missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Well, Clark, we know Nikola Jokic has many interests outside of basketball, like training his horses.
I love that about him. When basketball season is over, he knows exactly what he wants to do and needs to do to take care of his body, but he's not going to be a slave to basketball year-round. He's got other interests, and he's going to indulge and engage in those. He's got other passions, which I love seeing, and horses apparently one of his other passions for sure.
And Edwards slams it in.
Well, I tell you what, once Edwards accelerates, I mean, he looks like he's playing at a different speed than those around him.
And it's Jokic missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Edwards finds McDaniel. Buries the long-range jumper.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make threes. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
And that one's good by Porter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Offensive rebound. McDaniels dishes to Randle. It's tipped. Conley with a wide-open look. Drills the three-pointer.
Nice, sweet lefty stroke from Mike Conley. Has really worked on that part of his game.
Gordon with a screen on McDaniels. Porter kicks to Murray. Back to Porter. Fires the 3. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves leading by 6. Porter with it. Picked up by Edwards. Jokic inside. Gobert on him. Jokic, no good.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit. Maybe lost concentration, too.
Randle passes to Gobert. Over Jokic. And that one goes long.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Whoa! I can't believe that.
I just saw.
Oh, my.
Unreal.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen.
And, fellas, he pulled it off to perfection.
And you see, don't you, Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his 3rd season. With Edwards, the chance is there, if he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, that he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say, perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Aiden Watson comes in for Porter, and Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Christian Brown. Plays it up and banks it in. And it's 8 points for Anthony Edwards.
Edwards flexing on him now, bully ball inside.
Watson kicks to Westbrook. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Clark, it has been quite a run for the Nuggets, hasn't it, who have made the playoffs every season since 2019.
And how about this, Kevin? They've only been lower than a 3 seed one time in that span. And that was because Murray missed the season due to injury. They are consistently tough.
Sharge checked in for Denver. Porter comes in for Aaron Gordon. Sharge finds Porter. 35 seconds left to play here in the first. Watson for 3. And again, Denver no good. Timberwolves leading by 6. Floats it up for Saric. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth.
He could have messed that up trying for a big slam. Nice work going to the layup.
Fast break. Here we go. There's Porter with the 3. They get it back. And Saric kicks to Porter. Shoots over Alexander Walker. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Timberwolves. He notched. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
They've got Porter. Saric is out there with Peyton Watson. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Strawther in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Out to Miller. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Watson. The Nuggets trail. Left side, Saric. Pass to Westbrook. Now, here's Watson. 3-pointer. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Here's Miller. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Christian Brown's checked in for Denver. Porter, no luck. And the Timberwolves with possession here. For 3, Edwards. Doesn't go that time. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. They've only given up 1 point in the second quarter. That one coming at the line.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Inside, Edwards finishes strong.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up. A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Minnesota in the lead. Anthony Edwards is a classic 2-guard. Clark, a spectacular play. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength, and length and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantically. He plays with intentionality and purpose, and that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is.
For 3, hits the 3-point bomb. Now it's a 4-point Nugget lead.
Porter Jr. has a unique combination of size and skill, and as a result, able to beat defenders in the catch-and-shoot game.
Shots good by Miller.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second-chance points.
Pass to Brown. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Brown's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nuggets. Westbrook, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Miller throws it down hard. Nuggets have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And Saric kicks to Westbrook. 1:39 left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Brown. There's Porter with the 3. Reed with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And Edwards with the stuff.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
Minnesota's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Porter with the steal, and the Nuggets pushing it up now. And finished off by Westbrook.
Westbrook does not lack for style in finishing, and when you got his explosiveness, that's an easy thing to do.
And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. The Nuggets leading by 3. Watson kicks to Porter. Drains the 3, and yes, he'll go to the line for one more. It's on Anthony Edwards. And the Nuggets with some changes. Jokic, he's checked in for Šarić. Aaron Gordon comes in for Peyton Watson. And it's Jamal Murray in for Russell Westbrook. Takes it inside, and it's good for 2.
Conley loves setting up his teammates for quality shots. He's one of the more selfless guys in the league.
And they double up Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them free at the line.
And he nails the 3rd.
Whatever this team needs from Jokic, he seems to provide it because he works so hard. Whether it's points, passing, rebounding, improved defensively, love his determination.
McDaniels gets a wide open look. Off target with his 3. Denver leading by 7. Here's Jokic. He has 7 and finished off by Porter.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
And so we conclude the first half. Nuggets lead by 9. And a chance now to thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Really an incredible game from Michael Porter.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
On the court for Minnesota, Conley and Edwards are the guards. Randall out there with McDaniels. And it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. Jokic, that's a 2-pointer. Again, the Nuggets score.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option when...
Edwards with the dunk of the night.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Jokic fires from way outside. Julius Randle with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 6. Edwards passes to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Puts up a 3. Randle kicks to McDaniels. Edwards with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Conley's shot is off.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked out, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much.
Guys like McDaniels, who can guard just about any position on the floor, extremely valuable these days.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Conley with the 3, and it's Denver with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Clark, as you look at the career of Aaron Gordon, he has blossomed into an elite role player.
Yeah, and I love the fact that he's done that. He's embraced his role. He's embraced taking fewer shots and playing more defense and getting on the glass more and making hustle plays. Not everybody would do what Aaron has done. It's a credit to him that he's been able to, again, embrace, not just accept, but embrace the role that he serves for that championship team.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Jokic with it. He's got 11.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Edwards. Rebound by Murray. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. Leading by 5. Smooth finish out of transition by Jokic.
Guys, I like the hustle from Jokic. I mean, this guy knows exactly how to get.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Exercising his authority. So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Christian Brown. Minnesota also with the sub. DiVincenzo's checked in.
That stroke is all about focus for Westbrook. When he's dialed in, he's got his balance, mark it up.
Conley with the 3, sinks the triple. Conley's got 9.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Boy, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Minnesota making some changes. Reed comes in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Clark in for Edwards. Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Reed. To the inside. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Oh, can we get a load of that one? Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
And a nice touch on the finish.
And all of a sudden, that 3 puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
You bet he has. I mean, working overtime. The triple's been his bread and butter in this ball game. Nothing but butter. Sweet butter.
Here's Reed. Pass to Randall. Here's DiVincenzo. Clark with a wide open look. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. In the corner, Murray with it. From deep. Trains it from beyond the arc. Murray's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Got to get out on this if you're the defender, or else Murray will stick it from there.
Conley dishes to Clark. There's the triple. And with that, the Denver lead is cut back down to 3 points with the bucket from Conley.
Boy, he's playing out of his head, nailing everything. The defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now, and so far, no go.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got assist number 8 here in this one already. At the end of the 3rd, the score is all even. Both teams absolutely filling it up. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Murray out there with Russell Westbrook. Then there's Peyton Watson. Then there's Saric, and it's Brown in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the 4 for Denver. Edwards. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Really important for this team to get production from Edwards. When he's aggressive and scoring the ball, they go to another level.
And they haven't let points get away from them at the line tonight. That's always something that'll allow a coaching staff to breathe a little easier.
Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Minnesota. Fires away from way outside. Brown's shot is off. The Timberwolves trail, and the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him. Minnesota making a switch here. Einad's checked in.
Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Minot. Out to Edwards. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Westbrook with a wide open look. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got 3 assists tonight.
You know, so often we see Westbrook with the ball driving or pulling up off the dribble. He can catch and shoot it just as well.
Watson's shot is off.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. And it was maybe a step out of his range.
Goodness! Where did that come from? That was beautiful. What a punch. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Denver leading by 4. And finished off by Westbrook.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
With confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself.
Well, he couldn't help himself. Couldn't resist. That really was a spectacular play.
A different look for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Saric. Aaron Gordon comes in for Peyton Watson. And Porter subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Outside for Murray. Out left to the wing. From deep, Jokic. Minnesota with the rebound.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
They get it back. Outside Conley. Will it go? 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Gobert drawing so much attention from the defense. Nice job finding somebody with a better look.
And a deep 3 from Jokic. And another miss by Denver. Timberwolves trail by 3. Takes a 3. Conley's shot is off. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. And a wide open look for Porter. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Jokic has got his 7th assist in the game. And stolen by Murray. Pass to Jokic. 1:51 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Right wing. The turnaround. And rebounded by McDaniels.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
Conley for 3. It's good from long range. Conley's got 6 points in the quarter.
That's just being a pro. Conley understanding the moment and rising to the occasion.
Out to the right wing. Here's Brown. The kick out to Porter. The Nuggets moving the ball around. And the basket by Gordon.
Tremendous display of poise from Gordon. Refused to let the moment get too big.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Conley left side. It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And there is just no fear in Mike Conley. He has not let a big shot he was afraid to take.
Back to Jokic. Gordon with the screen for Jokic. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. It's 2-on-1. Here's Edwards. Edwards at the rim.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Murray outside. Here's Gordon. Rebound, Minnesota. It's Randall with the drive. Yes!
When it counts. Randall has that clutch DNA.
Inside. Gordon kicks to Jokic. Jokic to the rack. Count it!
You know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Going inside. And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. What a shot. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Now let's take a look at the Kings opening lineup. The duo inside, it's Murray and Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine, then it's DeMar DeRozan, and it's Ellis in at the point. And here's Porter outside. He buries it from 3.
Catch and release. Porter Jr. is so quick. Tough to close out on.
Shot by LaVine, no good. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Puts up a deep 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Out to the right wing. Outside Murray. Takes the 3, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Yeah, this is the kind of confidence you love seeing. Murray not thinking twice at all about firing away.
A long-distance 3 is buried. First quarter, just over a minute played. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A., it's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
Back to Jokic. And here's Porter outside. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's LaVine, plenty of space. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray.
Smart hoop by LaVine. With how many teams defend him, he'll get his shot all day.
Jokic passes to Porter. That 3's off the mark.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
So it's Denver now, after the Kings picked up a basket a moment ago.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Now here's Jokic. Murray finds Jokic. Outside Porter. The 3 is up. Rebounded. DeMar Sabonis.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Nuggets trail by 3. And here's Porter outside. Sinks it. Now 2 of 7 on the night.
And just a nice smooth stroke on that 3 from Porter Jr. He knows that shot very well.
Here's Ellis. Kicks it to DeRozan. From deep. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. And so it's Jokic who brings up the ball for the Denver Nuggets. A shot by Brown, no good.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
You know, when it comes to Keegan Murray, it's his all-around presence that helps this team, Richard.
Yeah, he's a very talented blue guy. He doesn't make a ton of splash plays, but he is steady and consistent, and coaches love players like that.
LaVine with it. Now Porter defending. And LaVine with the basket. On the assist by DeRozan. LaVine's got 5 points.
The belief of LaVine, willing to do that in a game, man.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
KBA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and absence of skill deficiencies. Ryan, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Jokic. No made baskets yet. 56 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Sabonis. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one. To the paint. And Gordon with the big finish.
So this is Gordon at his best. Flying through the air and hammering home alley-oops with a little style.
Murray for 3. Pure from 3-point range. Murray's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
From the wing. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
An efficient shooter like Jokic will always find points. All he needs is the ball.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And it's DeRozan missing. Denver in the lead. Outside Murray. Launches it from deep. Offensive board. Outside for Porter. This one for three. Outside Murray. Beyond the arc. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And also, I haven't seen a lot of resistance from the defense when it comes to limiting their points in transition.
Peyton Watson is out there with Dario Saric. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Strother in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Well, Grant, the Kings, one of those up-and-coming teams that are knocking at the door.
Yeah, they have some stars, B.A. They have some great role players, too. Part of their problem is they're in the Western Conference. It's so hard to just make the play-in tournament in that conference.
And he lobs it up top. Sabonis, the pass to Carter. The ball's knocked loose. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Porter. Saji, he's checked in for Strother. And the Kings also making a change. Ellis is checked in. Monk for three. Rebounded by Denver. Second quarter of basketball. About a minute played so far. He drops it from range.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Here's Ellis. Pounded by Westbrook. Tipped. And they're on the break. Saric with it. And Sabonis picks him up defensively. Back to Saric. It's picked off. And here they come. The steal. Here's the break. And he lobs it up to the rim. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Now Monk. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. And here we go. The Nuggets on the fast break. Porter's shot is off.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Ellis passes to Monk. Inside. Porter with the steal. In transition. For three, Westbrook gets the three ball to go. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
Look, you can count on Westbrook for a few of these tonight. This man has that shot down.
And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. From deep three-point land. Monk grabs the miss. And so Monk will bring it up for the Kings. And Peyton Watson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Aging in the league can be a difficult process, Richard, but that's something you did very well.
Wow, compliment. Thank you, B.A. Look, I knew I had to adapt, or I would have been out of league sooner than I wanted to. You have to be able to adapt or die. That's what this league is about.
DeRozan is checked in for Sacramento. Levine comes in for LaRavia. From deep, Jokic. Rebound by the Kings. Back come the Kings in transition. And here's Sabonis outside. This is another. So for 4. The Nuggets lead by 4. Pass to Jokic. Launches it. Monk grabs the miss. The Kings have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. And stolen by Jokic. And here we go. The Nuggets on the fast break. And Westbrook slams it home.
Amazing communication. Westbrook knows exactly when to jump, so he's there for the slam.
Monk for 3. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title. But Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
It's just the athleticism of DeMar DeRozan on full display. He's just like a gazelle in the open floor.
And here's Jokic outside. Again, Jokic missing.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him. Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure. The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Here's Brown. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Brown's got 9 points.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And it's Monk missing. The Nuggets trail. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Murray for 3. And the Nuggets hit again from deep.
Terrific up-tempo play by Murray. Gets the ball, and moments later, he has a shot up.
DeRozan looks it over. For 3. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's Denver. They lead by a bucket. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Richard, something you notice about these Kings, they shoot plenty of threes.
And that's the modern game for you, BA, but Sacramento shoots especially freely, you are right. And those shots often connect, so I doubt that that trend changes for them anytime soon.
And so in the game for the Kings, DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then it's Domantas Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Ellis in at the 1. And for the Nuggets, they're shooting only 36% so far in this game. Jokic, no good. Sacramento has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Pass to Ellis. Back to DeRozan. Stolen by Jokic. Porter from outside. They get it back. Jokic with it. Goes back up. Got it. Jokic has got his second basket of the night.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Murray passes to Ellis. On the wing, DeRozan. Shoots it from the corner. Jump shot is good that time. DeRozan's got 5 points in the quarter. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
Over to the wing. Here's Jokic. Oh, Sabonis with a block.
Nice defense there from Sabonis, getting his timing just right to come up with the block.
In transition, here they come. And here's Jokic outside. No doubt, the Joker all alone.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
Out of bounds. Sacramento will have it. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Oh, LaVine, an aerial assault.
This is how LaVine operates. He hunts down shots and then fully commits to his selection.
Murray passes to Jokic. Outside for Porter. From downtown. Back to Jokic. 4-3. The shot by Brown, no good. The Kings leading. LaVine feeling it out a bit. Sabonis, the pass to LaVine. LaVine slams it home.
What determination from LaVine, finding his finish despite the contact.
Well, Grant, in the spring of 2024, a remarkable streak ended. Domantas Sabonis had recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles.
Yeah, it was the longest streak since the merger back in 1976. Now, Sabonis has led the NBA in rebounding multiple years. Plus, he has averaged 8 assists in a season, so that is big-time production. It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
You aren't exaggerating. You don't get to 20 rebounds without having a special talent for grabbing misses.
Here's Jokic. Hauled in by the Kings.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Westbrook, he's checked in for Denver. And the Kings also making a change. Monk, he's checked in for Ellis. Puts up a deep three. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. The Nuggets shooting around 33%. Not the best offensive efficiency. They get it back. Back to Jokic. Murray for three. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. Jokic has got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. And here's Sabonis outside. Drains the triple. Sabonis has got 5 now.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Monk for 3. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Gordon on the wing. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Levine.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
And it's DeRozan missing.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
For 3, Westbrook fires in the triple. Give him 8.
Total confidence. Westbrook doesn't think, he just shoots.
To the inside. From the baseline. Shot by Levine, no good. And it's Jokic with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. 3-point lead. And the Nuggets hit again from deep.
And that gets him a triple-double. He's been so dynamic tonight, providing his team with everything it needs.
Here's Levine for 3. Rebounded by Denver. Gordon's got 5 rebounds in the game. Jokic with it. And the dunk by Jokic. And now an 8-point Denver lead.
That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Well, when you win the battle of turnovers, you typically win the battle of possessions. We'll be back in a moment. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. Russell Westbrook out there with Jamal Murray. Then it's Peyton Watson. Then there's Dario Saric. And it's Brown in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Murray from outside. Pass to Brown. There's the triple. Rebound by Sacramento. And pushing it up. Here's Sacramento. Valanciunas, good.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
A stop or 2 in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
Good awareness by Murray. Sees a hole in the defense and feeds the guy ready to exploit it.
Here's Ellis. Here's Monk. It's hauled in by Saric. Denver leading by 8. Pass to Westbrook. Monk with a steal. Here's Lyles. Kept alive. Valanciunas uses the glass to finish the layup.
I like it. An old school 5. Jonas primarily does his scoring close in.
Here's Brown. From deep 3-point land. Here's Westbrook. From the arc. Valanciunas with a rebound. Kings trail by 6. Lyles, the pass to Ellis. Here's Levine for 3. Can't get that one to go. Now 4 for 10. The Nuggets have got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. A nice shot by Watson.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
Monk for three. Gets the three to fall.
Showing off those playmaking skills. Levine keeps his head up, makes the easy play.
And it's Watson missing. For Sacramento, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Sacramento grabs the miss. Monk for three. It's hauled in by Saric. The Nuggets lead by 6. Outside Watson. Fires the three. Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Levine for three. Outside Monk. Pass to Valanciunas. It's stolen by Saric. Westbrook outside. Let's go with a three. Monk grabs the miss. Monk's got his 4th rebound in this one. Valanciunas passes to Ellis. Here's Monk. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that.
And again, Denver no good. Kings trail by 4. Here's Lyles. Three-pointer off the mark.
That is not the shot they needed there. You've got to work it around and get a better look.
Murray, no good. For Sacramento, they've gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. Monk for three. Westbrook with the defensive effort.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
A different look for Denver. Nikola Jokic is checked in for Saric. Gordon comes in for Watson. And it's Porter Jr. in for Westbrook. And here's Jokic outside. Ooh, that high release of Jokic as he buries the three.
I mean, with his three-point shooting, Jokic is able to draw opposing bigs out on the perimeter, and that opens up driving lanes for him and his teammates.
Gordon with it. Checked by Murray. Gordon outside. Outside Porter. Back to Gordon. 6 on the shot clock. From behind the arc. Rebounded. Domantas Sabonis. And it's Sacramento's ball. 7-point differential. Back to DeRozan. From 17. Out left to the wing. Outside Murray. Fires for three. And he sinks it. And now they trail by just 4.
Look at Murray stepping up big time. And we know he wants to be a trusted scorer when they need a bucket, and he shows it.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Jokic. Rebounded. Domantas Sabonis.
Even though he had space, there is never an easy fadeaway.
The offensive rebound. The deep three. Misses there. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it.
teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. The post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Ellis is out there with Zach LaVine. And it's DeRozan in at the 3, the small forward. McDaniels passes to Conley from the arc. Another miss by Conley. Here's Sacramento. DeRozan for 3 from deep. Ellis. It's hauled in by Edwards. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Gobert with the basket on the assist from Randall. Gobert's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Timberwolves. Outside, LaVine. The wide open look here for DeRozan. No good on the 3. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
Hits it from three-point range.
You have got to be aware of where Mike Conley is. He's so capable outside the arc.
And LaVine, here we go. Stolen by McDaniels. Launches a 3. Conley's shot is off.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Now here's Conley. Lets it go from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Conley's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Minnesota.
Conley is able in 2 or 3-point range to deliver with the face-up game and does it again.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Out to DeRozan. Three-pointer. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Offensive rebound. Pass to McDaniels. Now here's Conley. Fires from deep. He can't hit that time.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Ellis can't get it to go.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Stolen by Ellis. And here they come. Deep 2 from Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Powering that one down. Murray saw a chance to go for it and took it.
Randall right side. Gobert with a screen for Randall. Another miss by Minnesota. The Kings trail by 3. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. We discussed the prospect of facing off against Zach LaVine. Coach said Zach is an uber athlete, can jump out of the gym, but he also has such a nice three-point shot it makes LaVine a headache. We'll switch up who is guarding him as the game progresses. Of course, LaVine can beat you so many different ways. That'll be fun to watch tonight. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. It's Edwards on the wing. Guarded by LaVine.
Boy, defense is no answer for Anthony Edwards' athleticism. What a dunk.
Shoots the 3. And it's LaVine that time on the assist by Ellis. LaVine's got 6 points.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here is Conley. 6 points for him. Randall a screen on Ellis. Conley for 3. They get it back. Nice shot by Gobert. Gobert's got his second basket of the night.
We always know this has been a strength of Rudy Gobert, getting the offensive window. Nicely done.
Conley for 3. Here's Randall. Out to Edwards. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Sabonis.
Yeah, good job to take it right at
The Timberwolves shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Nas Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Miller comes in for Randall. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley.
You better get out of the way. So much power from Anthony Edwards on that drive. Look out.
Here's Monk. Here's Sabonis. Bucket is good.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Timberwolves lead by 2. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
They've got Reed. Edwards is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Minot in at the power forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Takes the 3. It doesn't go for him. Minnesota leading by 5. Here's Minot, and that one is stuffed right through.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Sabonis, that's good.
We are talking about 6'11", 240 pounds of nothing but big-time athlete. Domantas Sabonis doing work.
And it's out of bounds. Well, they say it was last touched by DiVincenzo. Minnesota making a switch here. Garza's checked in. Ellis is checked in for the Kings. Through the contact from long range, and he almost got the hoop to fall. Instead, he'll shoot 3 at the line.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Well, Doris, both you and I had the honor of being in that 2020 bubble in Florida. Any memories from Orlando?
I think, Kev, just how unique the setting was, and I have to give some props to the players. No fans, no normalcy, away from their families for extended periods, and yet they were able to lock in and give us some incredible moments.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century last season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said, "It's awesome to be mentioned with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, we're just out there trying to win." Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways. Monk for 3. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Monk's got the game tied up here for the Kings.
And you can see how well Monk shoots when he's in rhythm. He's got the green light to let it fly. And if the defense lags off at all, he's going to make them pay.
For real, come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Edwards against Lyons. It's intercepted. Jumps up, and Reed throws it down.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Sacramento moving it around. Monk outside. And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Joe Ingles. Daniels, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And it's Mike Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. The Kings trail by 5. Mike Conley was drafted, Doris, back in 2007. And somehow, someway, he's gone his whole career without receiving a technical foul. Heck, you and I have received technical fouls over here. but not him on the floor.
Kevin, that is an impressive feat, and it's also probably why he's won the NBA Sportsmanship Award more than anyone else in the history of the league, and why we will never win it.
And he gets it to go. And it's now only a 1-point Timberwolves lead.
Not just a jump shooter. Levine is very capable on the interior.
Here's Gobert. Pass to Randall. Ellis against Conley. Lock at 6. Randall from outside. To the wing on the left. Here's the 3. And DeRozan sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And a change for Sacramento. Murray's checked in for Monk. And it's Sabonis with the ball for the Kings. They trail by 1. And it's Murray with the jam.
And this is why you lob passes Murray's way, because he is so good at catching and finishing.
Handle a screen on Ellis. Conley with the 3. Rebound by Murray.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Ellis finds DeRozan. That's tipped. Back to Ellis. The 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Here's Randall. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, that's Randall working in his comfort zone. You can see how confident he is on his ability to score inside.
For Sacramento, they've gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Drills it from outside. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And Gobert kicks to Conley. Fader on the way. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. DeRozan's shot is off. Up in time. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The Kings on top. They lead by 2. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center.
Get ready for the big half-court shot.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Edwards with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
On the court right now for the Kings, DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Ellis is out there with Levine, and it's Sabonis in at the 5 spot. Ellis, the pass to Sabonis. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Edwards, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Zach LaVine. You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
McDaniels kicks to Conley. Jacks up a 3. Sacramento grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Levine can't hit.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Launches it. And it's Michael Conley with the 3. Conley's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Over the taller defender, this is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Today's player is not intimidated by size. You even give them a sliver of a window, and they're going to make that shot.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Pass to McDaniels. Gobert with it. Defended by Sabonis. Here's Edwards. Edwards at the rim.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Took him no time at all on that one. Levine's got 12 in the game. Minnesota in the lead. Gobert the pass to Randall. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Floats it up for Randall. Stolen by Levine. Ellis wide open. And that comes off the assist by Levine. Ellis has got the lead up to 2 now for the Kings. Conley for 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Sabonis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. To the middle. Gets the bucket and the foul. Julius Randle picks one up.
Well, you love the aggressiveness of Domantas Sabonis attacking and using his size to his advantage.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Malik Monk, he's checked in for Sacramento. Edwards. They can't stop the run with that one.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And this is why you take away the drive. Doesn't matter. This guy's got such a balanced offensive game. The jumper's good.
Strong move inside by Edwards.
Just doing what he can. He's competing and he's converting.
And he has really kept them in this league. The high effort level. Now the rest of the team has got to step up.
And Monk doesn't fool around when he's driving. He's got room to go up for the finish there, and he just lifts off with power.
Here's Edwards. Edwards getting the close range, too.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Domantas Sabonis, such a talented finisher. He's got speed, he's got length, he's got touch. That is nice.
Conley for 3. Out to Edwards. Offline with his 3. Kings leading now by 8. Here's Levine driving the lane, and Levine throws it down.
Boy, defensively, you want to take Levine out of his rhythm. That means no open lanes to the rack.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Good on the triple. Edwards got 11 points here in just the second half. From past the arc. Offensive rebound. Minnesota's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Let's remember, Anthony Edwards is 6'5" with a 6'9" wingspan. Those long arms, very difficult to deal with defensively. Draws the contact there.
Some changes for Minnesota. Reed comes in for Gobert. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Then for the Kings, Lyle comes in for Keegan Murray. And it's Carter in for DeMar DeRozan.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
The Kings leading. For 3, Levine. Julius Randle with the rebound. Randle's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Over in the corner, Edwards. Floats one. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the 4th quarter. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. We've got Naz Reid. Anthony Edwards out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Clark in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Sacramento leading by 5. And there's Levine on the assist from Valanciunas. And that's now 21 points for Zach Levine. Here's Edwards. Clark outside. Cranes the three-pointer.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
Miles kicks to Monk. From downtown. Rebound, Minnesota. Clark inside. Guarded by Levine. Count that one.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
No, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Garza. Here's Reed. 5 on the clock from outside the arc. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Kings leading now by 5. Shots good by Lyons.
Well, you love to see the intelligent basketball being played by Valanciunas, not just thinking about his own offense, but creating for his guys.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Levine for 3. And Valanciunas kicks to Lyles. The offensive rebound. Kings moving the ball around. Levine wide open, and the 3 ball is good. And now it's a 10-point Sacramento lead.
Such a beautiful high-arcing jump shot from Zach Levine.
For 3, Edwards. Shot to stop the run, and Reed with the lay-in.
Well, it's easy to say. This guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
Minnesota shooting for the game at 42%. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Here's Levine. And Levine with the slam.
Body control, flair for the dramatic. Levine in style.
Here's Reed. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Kings.
They had to battle for this one. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Zach Levine.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy, in attack mode all evening.
Here's Reed. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Here's Edwards. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
So it's the Kings taking the W. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony.
tonight. Two titans clashing in this one.
Oh, my. B.A., I mean, there's no shortage of stars on either side of the ball. These tend to be statement games, sending a message by imposing their will.
Let's take a look at our starters for Denver. Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Gordon can't hit.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randall with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
And so Randall will bring it up for the Timberwolves. And Edwards, here we go. And Edwards slams it in.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. And Stan, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
It's almost too easy for Jokic inside. His size and soft touch make short work of the shot.
Drops in the 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Jokic passes to Porter. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him to look.
Oh, okay!
Oh, my gosh. A phenomenal floor general. Conley is gifted at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Porter with a screen on Gobert. Jokic passes to Porter. The 3 doesn't go that time.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
The drive by Murray. And Jokic throws it down.
Graceful alley-oop from Jokic, a big man who can really move.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch, and I asked him about their matchup against the multiple-time MVP Nikola Jokic. He told me, quote, Jokic is going to find a way to impact the game. We just need to make it tough on him. We have to bring the physicality and be cognizant of other guys cutting to the rim. We'll see how their defense holds up, B.A.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. For Denver, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Porter gets the bucket.
Guard-like skills and a forward's body. Porter Jr. with the quick release.
For 3, Randall knocks down the triple. Randall's got 6.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Russell Westbrook, he's checked in for Brown. The Timberwolves lead by 3. Fires the 3, and there's McDaniels. That one's good on the assist by Conley. Conley's got 4 assists now tonight. Stan, we know Jokic is one of the best passers this game has ever seen at any position. But his teammates will dish it as well.
Yeah, the Nuggets, by and large, are very unselfish. It's part of their culture. They only bring in guys who are willing to sacrifice for the team's sake.
Nuggets trail by 4. Stolen by Conley. Gobert against Jokic. 1:35 left to play in the first. And so Jokic will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Porter's shot is off. From deep, Conley gets the 3 ball to go.
Yeah, Conley knows where his team needs him to be in transition, taking full advantage of the fast break opportunity.
And it's Jokic missing.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Conley finds Edwards. 3-pointer. Gordon pulls it in.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
The Nuggets with another miss. Minnesota leading by 7. Gordon with a steal. Porter from outside. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists tonight.
And just a nice smooth stroke on that 3 from Porter Jr. He knows that shot very well.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
Pass to Murray. Jokic in the post. He's against Gobert. No luck on that one. Outside Conley from deep three-point land. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic with it. Kicks it out to Westbrook. From the arc. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Miller. Then there's Naz Reid. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Edwards in at the 2. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. And it's out of bounds. Still Denver's ball. Minot's checked in for Minnesota. And a switch here also for Denver. Brown's checked in for Strother.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Šarić. Garza's checked in for Minot. Outside Reid. Shot on the wing. And that won't fall for him. He's 0 for 2. Nuggets trail by 4. He shoots it. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. Porter's got 11 points. The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 4 in the second quarter. To the middle. Here's Garza. Outside Reid. And out of bounds. Denver will have it.
Part of passing the rock, it's calculating risk and reward. I don't think that was a great decision.
And Minnesota making a change here. Ingles is checked in. Well, Coach, there's an interesting story about Watson's draft experience.
Yeah, the story is, Brian, that the Nuggets were willing to trade to move up to get him. That's how much they thought of him. They weren't able to do that, but they were able to get him with the final pick of the first round anyway.
This goes to show you how important scouting is.
And luck.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And they've done a tremendous job just creating havoc defensively. Active hands have led to tons of turnovers that they've capitalized on.
Here's Edwards. Oh, Edwards bringing the heat.
Just a ferocious play by Edwards, taking the contact but staying committed to his finish.
For 3, DiVincenzo. Porter pulls it in. Nuggets trail by 3. Here's Westbrook. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 5 assists tonight.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
And here's Porter outside. Hits the trifecta. Porter's got 14 points for the game.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
DiVincenzo against Westbrook. Murray finds some space. Minnesota with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Porter with the steal. Beyond the arc. Murray, no good. Minnesota's gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. Hey, great communication on the lob. And the Timberwolves lead by 3. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there were so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
And that one's good from Conley.
Well, Conley has that steady floor general demeanor. They love to have him running the pick and roll.
Sharic's shot is off. And here's Gobert. He'll bring it up for the T-Wolves. Get up, Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
Porter from outside. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Murray's got 6 assists now in the game.
But what a half he's had. He has completely warped the shape of this game with his hot shooting.
Nuggets trail by 3. Watson passes to Murray. And here's Porter outside. Reed with the rebound. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
And it's in there.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Murray against Conley. On the wing, Porter. Over Edwards. Porter's shot is off. The Timberwolves lead by 5. And stolen by Murray. Porter in the post. He's guarded by Conley. Porter gets the bucket.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Gobert drives in. Using the size. Gobert.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's Minnesota. They lead by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. One of the stories here, Michael Porter getting it done today.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
On the court for Denver, Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. And it's Murray in at the 1. Edwards, no good. Nuggets trail by 5. Murray passes to Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Outside for Porter. Takes a 3. They get it back. Another shot. They shoot again. Gordon outside. Launches it. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. Gordon's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting at a 48% clip from the floor. And, Coach, such a unique player, multiple-time MVP Nikola Jokic. How do you defend this guy?
Well, Brian, if I knew that, everybody in the league would be trying to hire me because no one has found an answer for Nikola Jokic. He can just beat you in so many ways. If you're going to double-team him, he's going to create wide-open shots and even layups for his teammates. If you're going to leave him single-covered, he's going to score. There's nothing this guy can't do on a basketball court.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there. When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Murray from outside. Gordon, the pass to Murray. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Let's go with a 3. Pass to Edwards. Now Randall. Launches a 3. He buries it from 3. And now a 5-point Minnesota lead.
Yeah, a shot that Randall has added to his repertoire. Shooting the three with confidence now.
And here's Jokic outside. Oh, what range from the big man, Jokic.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
What a dynamic drive by Murray, upsetting the defense and getting him to a shot.
Gobert with a screen on Murray. From deep. The shot by Conley. No good. Denver has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. And here's Jokic outside. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here already in the game.
Yeah, nice dish by Gobert. With his height, he can see over the whole defense.
For Denver, they've gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Here's Brown. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Randall on the screen. Edwards, the pass to Conley. McDaniels with it, 5 to shoot. And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Gordon. That's his first foul. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. Westbrook, he's checked in for the Nuggets. For 3, Randall. Here's Gobert. Pass to Randall. Oh, and he nails it from the high post. Randall's got 11 points.
And yeah, Randall is absolutely a threat from in between. Something the D has to recognize and adjust accordingly.
Count that one.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Minnesota in the lead. High arcing shot. Edwards, no good.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Stolen by Conley. For 3, Randall. Here's Gobert. And Gobert cleans up the miss.
And you know he's tough on the glass. Easy money there for Gobert.
Porter, the pass to Jokic. Here's Westbrook. Outside for Porter. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Porter's got 22.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
For 3, Randall. Rebounded by Denver. Porter's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
Yeah, hard work pays off for Gordon. Running the floor and putting a strong finish on the fast break.
Randall outside. It's his first trip to the line. The free throw drops for Randall. And Randall drops them both.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. We've got Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Anthony Edwards. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Naz Reid. And it's Clark in at the 4. So that's the lineup from Minnesota. The Timberwolves lead by 4. Here's Edwards. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments. And crucially, he did enough there to make it a 2-possession game.
Westbrook, the pass to Watson. Here's the 3. Reid with the rebound. Reid's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Talk about a guy who runs the floor. Edwards gets down there on the fast break so quick.
Here's Murray into the lane. Murray is doubled. Pass to Westbrook. Here's Brown. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Edwards, a pass to Clark. Back to Edwards. Clark outside. Outside, DiVincenzo. Reed, a screen on Murray. Right side Reed, 2 on the clock. Pulls up on the wing. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Edwards. With 1 on the clock, throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. It goes on Russell Westbrook, and the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Clark. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker, and Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
And there's just 1 foul now away from the penalty.
Outside Edwards. Strong drive by Edwards. Here's Randle. The kick out to Conley. Outside McDaniels. 6 to shoot. Back to Conley. And stolen by Murray.
Excellent anticipation there to come away with the steal.
Well, the vertical Gordon has is phenomenal. So why settle for the layup when you can just slam it down?
Knocked away. Edwards, a pass to Randle. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got rebound number 7 tonight. And Gordon with the big finish.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Outside Edwards. Pass to Conley. From behind the arc. They get the rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
To take the lead.
Wow!
And that one is hammered home.
And Porter Jr. is made for big moments. He doesn't feel any pressure taking big-time shots.
Outside McDaniels. There's a minute 26 left in the fourth quarter. And the shot goes in. Neither team able to build a lead and sustain it.
After 6 lead changes, it feels like it could come down to 1 big play.
Jokic with it, and it's Gobert picking him up. With the floater. And Gordon with the big finish. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter here. For 3, Randle. And knocks down the 3.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Brown passes to Gordon. Screen by Gordon. Here's Porter. Out to Gordon. McDaniels with the rebound.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
The officials were right on top of that one.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks them down to put this game out of reach.
Now a timeout called by Denver. They trail by 4. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
searching for a fast bucket than a way to stretch things out.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
And that's an intentional foul.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up 5. And so both free throws good, and it's a 6-point ball game. 7 seconds left in the fourth. They get it again, and out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. For 3, Randall misses there. And so it's Minnesota with the W. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of